Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today we're doing the French toxic tanks. This is just a series of videos where I cover every nation's premium tanks that I think are toxic to the game. Not necessarily broken tanks, but just tanks that are just not healthy for the game. And that obviously does include a lot of the broken tanks, obviously. And this is one in particular, the ELC Even 11. It's, well, as you can see, it's a tiny tank. It's very stealthy. It's a light tank. It can go very fast. It's got a 3-shot auto loader as well, so it can nip around the battlefield, draining a massive part of someone's hit points and then get away pretty much scot-free. It's obviously, like, such a small tank, it's hard to hit. Like I said, you might not see it until it's pretty much on you. That's how stealthy it is. And of course, the 3-shot autoloader is pretty damn devastating. It's got, I mean, yes, obviously the only balancing factors is the shell velocity is quite slow. It's got a fairly long reload. The aim time's pretty bad, but that's obviously can be negated somewhat by crew skills and equipment. And obviously you can get a devastating amount of assisted as well, because obviously you can get pretty damn close to the enemy, spot them up. This guy is spotted and don't bother firing at me, luckily, and we drain pretty much all of his hit points there. 1,000. This is a we are not top tier in this game. I believe we are. It's a tier 9 match, is it? It could be. We could possibly be a top tier in this game. Another obviously so-called balancing factor. It's got no armor and it's only got 900 hit points. But if you're not going to get hit or spotted, then it doesn't really matter. As you can see, we are panning the front of this guy. He is only a medium, but there we go. 3 shots all into him. We've done 3 clips. We've hit most of our shots so far, and we've got 1,601 kill. Our team, like I said, these matches are just showing off the capabilities of these tanks, not necessarily showing amazing games or anything. As you can see, our team is absolutely crumbled. Yeah, and it's just the way the game has gone recently, for me anyway. We get that kill. We want to be winning this area as quickly as possible before the enemy circles around. Yeah, again, our kind of team has not realised that the other flank is completely gone. They're going to be sitting in the cap any second. And to be honest, I think we've lost this game. I don't really put much urgency on taking the cap out, taking the guys on the cap out. I'd rather just get a bit more damage and win this area so my team can actually maybe go back and help. As you can see, this guy's out of it now. We have got someone aiming at me. Unfortunately, we've got tanks just coming straight on me. Defend the flag, he's saying, but as you can see, it's 5-7 anyway. There's 3 guys on the cap. I've got to wait for a reload. We're heading back to the cap now, but it's too late. But as you can see, we've got over 2,000, and yeah, not much we could do about winning this game. As you can see, it was a good idea not to go for the cap anyway, because there's only 2 of us left, and we ended up with all our hit points, 3 kills, and over 2,000 damage from a very quick game. And there you go, guys. It is very broken little tank. Can be very annoying. It's quite low to the ground as well, so you can kind of hug the side of tanks and just drain them of the hit points. Next one is, again, not particularly amazing game per se. We are against tier 9s, and we're in the Nomad. Just a massive clip it, and you can just basically clip whole tanks out with this thing. It's got a tiny bit of armor. I would not rely on this. You're going to get you're basically going to get drained of your hit points very quickly if you sit out in front of both people, but it's kind of worth taking a hit or two if you can get your clip out. And I would say to negate again the RNG and the amount of time it takes to reload, I'd be loading a lot of premium rounds in this thing. As you can see, it does quite a bit of damage in each shell as well. We're talking about 300 there in a single shell, and you've got 4 more. You've got 5 in a clip. You're dishing out a lot of damage in this thing if you can get all your shots on target and pen them all. It's just quite broken, or quite toxic rather, because it is such a long reload that you can get caught out quite easily when you're reloading, and be killed pretty sharpish. Like I said, with food, with the right crew, it can take about over 30 seconds. Now that is a long time, especially in a tier 8 game. As you can see, that guy is going for me rather than the targets hitting in front of him, because he can guarantee to pen me every time, and again and again. So he's just aiming at me. I don't know why he's not firing the guys in front of him. Bit annoying, but there you go. We're going to punish him for that as well. So go for the weak spot, pen that first shot. There we go. Get unspotted. See if we can finish this guy off. Bounce, of course. Bounce the second shot as well. Bounce the third shot. And there we go. Finished him off, but we do have to go for a super long reload because our food's out now. So that's 34 seconds. But obviously, you can, if you're top tier, you can clip possibly 2 tanks with this thing, depending on what you're up against. But obviously tier 6s are not going to stand a chance against this thing, and that's kind of the point of a toxic tank, is if you got no chance, if you're 2 tiers down, then it's not healthy for the game really. And as you can see, we've got 1 kill, 1,500, and we're facing tier 9s here. We were mainly facing tier 9s. We killed that Conqueror. That should get us a good amount of hit XP. Trying to hit the flat side of this guy. And wasted that whole clip there really. It's kind of annoying. This guy's got his rear. I don't know why he's sitting there. And unfortunately, we didn't aim that all that well and bounced that shot. Like I said, I'm not bringing you the best games ever in these tanks. I'm just trying to get you to understand why I consider these tanks toxic or broken, and not particularly healthy for the game. And obviously can lead to frustration and new players not wanting to carry on playing this game. But Wargaming doesn't really care. These are all premium tanks, so they're getting a boatload of money. And we can all see this from some of the tanks that are in the game, right? The Weasel was a very, very broken tank in Cold War. So broken they actually kind of nerfed it, but only indirectly. But obviously you could see how toxic it was, how good it was, by the fact that you would see 2, 3 a game, and months after its release. Obviously, usually when a new tank comes out, you'll see 2 or 3 of them in each game for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it starts getting lower and lower until you only see them, occasionally. But like such toxic tanks like the Weasel Toe, like 6 months after, you would still see 2 or 3 Weasel Toes in every game because they were just so broken, and you were just almost guaranteed a good time in those things, which obviously I can understand why people would go for that, because You're never guaranteed a good game, even in brokenish tanks. You know, um, it's all relied on your team and RNG and things like that. As you can see, we're not a toxic tank as the old artillery there. We got the old one shot off there and got a kill. Do we risk going for another full reload? Don't. Luckily we don't, because this guy's just come up here, and as you can see, we can occasionally use the armor. And unfortunately, we didn't pen that one. We did track him, but no one's taking advantage of that. Yeah, basically we just got to worry that if that guy gets our hull, he's going to pen all of his shots, and that could be us dead. So we're going for a reload. We're using premium here. We've got a guarantee, and he's coming for us. He's got a lot. His reload is a lot shorter than us. But luckily, the bounces his first shot, pens his next one, and pens his second one. But luckily, we had enough time to reload. Yeah, if he didn't bounce that first shot, we would have been dead there. And luckily, that artillery helped us out by tracking him in place. But yeah, we're down to a one shot now. But as you can see, we've got 3,000 combined. 3 kills in a tier 9 match. That ain't bad. Nothing to be sniffed at. Now we're going to push up towards the cap. Because it is 6-4. We should win this game. We're going to... Basically, we've got that TD that's pushed around the edge. And I think there shouldn't be any other tanks in the middle here. So we're going to take a bit of a gamble and push for the middle, which should be pretty safe. I'm pretty sure that the remaining enemy tanks are all camping at their base at this point. And again, because it's a French heavy, it's actually not that slow either. It hasn't got the best armor, although we have bounced over 1,000 damage, which I wouldn't say happens very often, but that also means this tank isn't the slowest either. We can actually get in better positions. Now this guy's coming back, and of course that shot looked like it was flying true, and he's a one shot now, right guys? So I'm just thinking, right, and of course, yeah, I'm dead, right? I've got another 30 seconds reload, unless I'm going to try to actually ram this guy, but luckily, to be honest, the artillery takes him out because we were dead there because we had such a long reload. As you can see, we got well over 3,000 and 3 kills. And it could have gone slightly better. We could have got that last kill there. That would have been nice. But we came top of the team, even loading, and got a first class, and we loaded premium most of that game there, and we still made a little bit of silver, which is nice. So yeah, still pretty toxic. Been power crept quite a bit, but because it's quite an old premium, that one. And now we're in the Barask. Now this is again quite a broken as well as toxic medium tank at tier 8. It's fast, it's stealthy, and as you can see, APCR is standard. It's a little bit so you got high velocity on the shells, pretty good penetration. Yeah, it's not many downsides. Aim time's a bit slow. Obviously, reload is pretty slow, and you've got no armor. But that means pretty much nothing, right? When you got a two-shot auto loader, and yeah, you can do some great things in this thing. And this actually does show its capabilities. Like I said, I haven't had enough time to really make sure I give you great replays in every tank of these I'm showing you. And there you go. First tank down. Take out the new broken tier 10 light tank with this tank. And we are facing tier 10s. There are a lot of tier 10s in this game. There are not many tier 8s. So we are sitting in the middle, just trying to get shots across, basically. As you can see, aim time is pretty slow. Fluffed that shot, unfortunately. But, shall we go for a reload, is the question. Yeah, we do go for a reload. It's an over 20 seconds reload. And that isn't too terrible, to be honest. Especially when you can relocate so quickly in this thing. Because of its stealth, how stealthy it is and how fast it is. If it's one of those tanks where you go, I've had a lot of bad games. What tank can give me a better chance of having a better game? And it's going to be the Brask almost every time. Now, I think this charioteer is going to push up to get in my face because he knows I'm reloading. But luckily, my other light tank next to me is a tier 10, and he's going to cause them some problems. We're reloading, and we take him out. And now we have some very bad driving. Didn't want to risk taking the hit, but almost got myself killed. Yeah, now I'm thinking I'm stuck. And we're actually winning at this point, but it's going to go downhill very quickly, unfortunately. So we're going to try to get ourselves back into the middle at this point and try to stay unspotted if we can. As you can see, we've got 2 kills and over 1,000 damage. That ain't amazing at this point. But facing tier 10s, I mean, if we're in a normal tech tree tank, I'll be happy with this, to be honest, against tier 10s. 2 shots into another broken tank, the Tyran, which brings us at over 2,000 damage. And over half that damage has been into tier 10s. Got a couple of shots into a tier 8. But we've had not really much problems penning things at this point in time. There's a T30. He's not looking at me in the slightest. Trying to see if I can track him as well. Unfortunately, we don't, but we do put 2 shots into him and then we get out of the way. Just staying out of the gun lines of any tanks, really. And you can see our team is absolutely crumbling right now. It's 4-7. Yeah, not going our way, but I mean, got this guy coming up. Gonna try to sneak a look at him. And there we go, taking that guy out as well. So that's 3 kills, about 3,000 damage. Go for a reload. We're basically putting in a reload now because I think the next encounter is probably going to be our last, because it's only 3-5 and we're facing tier 10s here. Our heavy is just pushing towards these guys. Not sure why he's doing that, but he's dead. And this guy's pushing out in the open. We could put a lovely shot into him. He's trying to now move his armor towards us, so we're pretty much, it's a good chance of us actually bouncing. So we go for a reload and we're going to relocate now, because they're probably going to push up now that they know where we are. There's only 2 of us, and he actually spots a TD coming up the free line, which is very unusual, and it's a T95. Nobody can pen that from the front, even with premium. I don't know why they're still capping, to be honest. It's guaranteed, almost a guaranteed win for them. They put 1 shot, 2 shot, hopefully trying to set them on fire, but that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, they've capped out. We've got 3 kills and over 4,000 damage. Pretty insane for a tier 8 in a tier 10 game, I would say. We've got the most kills in the game, and we've got the most damage on our team, and I was bottom tier. So that shows how bad or broken this particular tank is. Right, next one is in a tier 3. Now you're thinking, what's the point in showing me a tier 3? This is the FCM 36 Pack 40. This is a premium tier 3 TD. It's got insane camo and view range. You can outspot everybody. And the reload is insane. You can do a good amount of damage. As you can see, we're just putting out the damage on these guys. And again, this is tier 3, guys. I mean, it's not good to have broken or unfair tanks in any tier, but to have it in lower tiers like tier 3, tier 4 to 5, it's really bad, really toxic for the game. Like I said, there could be a lot of new players in this particular game, and I'm just wiping the floor with them. And they've got not much chance in fighting back, to be honest. I haven't got the best crew in this thing either, so it's not like it's the most devastating crew or anything in this thing. And yeah, unfortunately we did rush that shot. Should have probably taken our time, but we don't really need to bother. I'm just holding my finger down because the aim is in, so just no need for me to really do much. I'm actually getting spotted by a light tank there. This is going to be bad because we've got no armor, but just taking out the guys with one shot left. He's got only 2 health left. Luckily, that guy gets taken out, and it's 5-4. So we've got the advantage here. As you can see, we've got 4 kills. Just that guy just needs to splash me. I've only got 2 hit points. Anybody just looks at me, I'm dead. Now I was thinking, it's fine. I can die. I've had a really good game, and we have the advantage. So don't really need to bother staying alive, really. But obviously, I want the best game as I can. But things are going to change pretty damn quickly. There's a guy. We finish him off. That's 5-3. We've got our 5th kill of the game. And of course, artillery is still going for us. Another bad thing about this tank is it's got very, very slow. But to be honest, it's got such good view range. It's got such good view range and camo. Doesn't need to be that fast, to be honest. And our teammates are crumbling. 2 of our guys have just died. It's just me, a light tank, and artillery. And we're rushing these shots, guys. We're rushing these shots, mate, because we've only got 2 hit points. Yeah, so we're going to die. If they hit me, I'm dead. Yeah, so we're just kind of sitting here and just kind of hoping that my artillery could get shots on him. Apparently not. He's backing up. Can get a shot into him, and he's turning to face me now. And artillery is still going for me because that light tank has just died as well. It's now 2-3, so we're at actually a disadvantage here because we've only got artillery as backup, and this artillery is just going after me non-stop. My artillery doesn't seem to have any shots on this guy, which is very annoying because that's all I'm here for, really, is trying to get him to finish this guy off. But he shows us his side again. We get our 6th kill of the game, and we've almost got 2,000 combined in a tier 3. That's really insane. And again, we're just waiting for him to fire again so we could creep out. We're trying to Now, obviously, artillery is going to be firing on us. So there you go, guys. Now it's just me and artillery, and with the how fast the artillery can reload, yeah, we could easily be taken out by the artillery after the updates and the buffs they've got. They're more accurate. They've got higher hit points. Yeah, just. And he's got 5 kills. We've got 7. We've loaded HE because we haven't got that many rounds left. And that is another kind of a disadvantage of this tank is, if you're putting this tank in a way that it can get shots off almost constantly, you could run out of ammunition. Anyway, if you do like this video, guys, give it a like and subscribe, because I'm doing a whole series of these. Each nation, I'll be bringing you tanks that I think are toxic in the game. And we've outspotted him. Missed that one shot. Try to track him. We do track him. He's actually coming towards us. And yeah, there you go. 8 kills. Almost 2,500 in a tier 3 tank. Insane. Broken. Toxic. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Bye-bye.